underneath the soil or hidden in the ground. There's a lot of treasures to be found. Dirty secrets of Scotland. Hello and welcome to Dirty Secrets of Scotland. You might notice that I've got you in this little den that I've built with my umbrella because it's very windy today, and if I didn't have that umbrella there you wouldn't be hearing me at all. I think I found some fresh because I found an old tree trunk that's been cut off a long time ago and there's a rotten tree under there, so I'll dig that out and let's see what we can find. Let's get dirty. Okay, first bottle in a little den here. Play on that side. Stockport on that side, so this would be linseed compound from Stockport in England. K Brothers. Cool, nice wee bottle. Panel, aqua glass. It's a great start. Let's keep looking. Just found this. It's an Element Imbrication bottle. That's an older drippy lippy one. And what's super cool about it is it's got the stopper inside it, just as it was thrown away, yes. I don't know if that's water that's in there, that's seeped in the side there, because it hasn't formed a seal there. The old cork is gone, but that's cool. Element Imbrication, alright. Just found this lovely wee stoneware. I suspect it's going to have nothing on it. Yes, it has nothing on it, but it doesn't matter because it's lovely, really pretty. That's a kiln scar there where the two bottles have touched together in the kiln. It's not damage, that was in the formation of the bottle. That's lovely. I don't think I've ever found one like that. Look at all the lines on the neck, quite a few there, at least 5 that I can see anyway right now. Beautiful little bottle. Wow, this is exciting. Let's keep going. This is the tree, or what's left of it. That was at the top, so hopefully underneath will be fresh. I guess it has to be. Okay, I've just been digging underneath this tree, around the sides of it, and what I've noticed is that there's only fresh directly underneath the tree, underneath the root ball. All the way around it, I'm not sure if it's fresh, and I'm not going to take a risk like that, so I'm going to move. And what I think's actually happened, maybe 30 years ago, 20, 30 years ago, someone's come along, they've dug so close to the tree that they've killed the tree. Ridiculous thing to do. That's a shame, but I'll have to move on. I'm not going to hang around, there's no point, because it's still very early. I'm just going to fill in what's there, and then let's move, go somewhere else. Oh, hey. Hole number 1, all filled in. Okay, first bottle was this, which is a screw top, which is quite modern, and then the second one, which is in 2 pieces, one of these lovely Apollinaris bottles. I love finding these, they're amazing bottles. Yeah, so that's encouraging. Hopefully there'll be another one of these. I'll keep looking. Yeah, let's keep going. Just had this plain aqua, but it's panel bottle, which is cool. And the fact is aqua is good because the bottles on the top are all really modern, but they're just about, I don't know, a couple of feet down and they all start coming out like this, so it's been dumped on a couple of times in history. But yeah, that's good, and you can see on there's a label as well. Always encouraging to see labels, even if they're gone like this one. Just had this wee panel bottle. Don't think it's got anything on it. Cool though, it's got a bit of a label at the top there. The wind's even stronger now, so it's good that you're behind this umbrella. Just had this massive jar which you can hardly fit on the screen. I was hoping this was going to be a printed one, like a marmalade one or something, but it's not, it's just plain. It's cool though. Always useful, these jars. People want them so they can reuse them. In fact, I've got a marmalade pot in my bathroom that I put my toothbrush in. So yeah, they are really useful. Just found this. It's a wee spoon. I don't think it's got anything on it. It's plain, I think, but that's so cool. It's ceramic. I thought it was bone at first. It's not. It's ceramic and it's complete. It's a lovely wee thing. Hey, hey! I wonder if it's a salt spoon. Maybe. Very small. Just had this. And I think that it's a poison. Yes, it is. Not to be taken. I think it's a slightly later one though. Amber poison. I'm not sure if it's machine made. I think it probably is. I think they made them until the late 30s or early 40s before they realised they were more attractive to children than normal bottles because they were brightly coloured and looked pretty. But yeah, this is a late poison bottle. It's a lovely bottle anyway. Yeah, I'm really chuffed with that. Amber poisons are harder to find, so yeah, that's a really cool find. Just had this nice wee Judge brand from Newcastle. Actually, no, this one's from Gateshead and London. Normally they just say Gateshead or Newcastle, but sometimes you get them like this. Anyway, that's cool. That's a bit older than the other stuff I've been finding, so I'm happy with that. That's a nice bottle. It's quite large as well. It's bigger than the other ones I've found, so keep looking. Just had this, and it's a plain jar, but I've spotted something that's different. It's not printed. It's in immaculate condition. There's no chips out of or anything, which is good. But also, on the base, it's incised with Buchan Portobello. It's over on Edinburgh. It's a big beach town. So yeah, that's amazing. That's cool. You don't often find them with anything on the bottom, and certainly not local things. So I'm really pleased with that. Buchan of Portobello. Another plain jar here. I also found this, which is a teapot lid, I think. And look, someone said this to us in a comment section. You should try putting them in jars because they fit, and it does. So actually I might whack that on Etsy. Plain jar with an ornate lid. That's going to look really cool. Got what looks like a half-size water bottle here, or bed pig as I call them. You see how fresh that ash is, look at it. Lovely, lovely. I'm hoping that it's a local one, it's got something written on it. Most often they just tell you you've got to warm them up before you use them. Well, it's whole, that's a start. It's also cracked, but they always are. Grey and Pringle. Oh, cool! Cool, cool, cool. That's really cool. That's a local one. Grey and Pringle, Ironmongers and Strother. Nice, let's get this out. That's an absolute belter, I can see that already. So I actually decided to film down in the hole because, well, it shouldn't be too windy down there, I hope not anyway. But here we go. It's got an ornate design on the top. As I said, it's cracked, but they always are. I don't think I've ever found a whole one without cracks in it. It's one big crack that runs all the way along here, round there. So all I need to do for that is chase it with the Dremel and then glue it, fill it and paint it. So that is really cool. I haven't actually found a local one yet. This is my first local one. I was hoping for a Kirkcaldy one, but I'll definitely sell for Anstruther. Oh, that's so cool. What an absolute belter.
Underneath the soil or buried in the ground, there's a lot of treasure to be found. Dirty secrets of Scotland. Through the fields and woodland, with trusted spade in hand. Bramble, rose and hawthorn are spread across. It's the history bit.
The company that sold this foot warmer, Gray and Pringle, started out as a hardware shop established in 1926 in the small fishing village of Anstruther in Fife. The original shop seems to have traded from the village high street, but now, and still in business, they've relocated to a larger building, but still within Anstruther. Although I spent a while researching the company, I couldn't find out anything else about their history, so let's move on to the company that manufactured the bottle. Bailey, Murray and Joseph Brammer founded a pottery in 1875 known as the Saracen Pottery in Glasgow. This initial period lasted for 21 years, and their products were exhibited at the Glasgow exhibition in 1888. Shortly afterwards, they changed production to salt-glazed stoneware and changed the name to Possil Pottery. Unfortunately, it closed a few years later in 1896. Despite their name, McDougall and Sons were actually brothers. They bought the closed Possil Pottery Works in 1896 and began producing porcelain wares under a trading name of Nautilus Porcelain. The death of one of the brothers in 1910 may have been responsible for the pottery's closure in 1911, and it stood empty until 1916 when it was bought by the brewer's firm Tennant's. Tennant's wanted to carry on using stoneware during the wartime scarcities and produced it until the Second World War made materials and manpower too scarce to continue the works. It finally closed forever in 1942.
Lunchtime roundup. Now I hope you can hear me because this wind is absolutely ridiculous. It's whistling around the sides of the umbrella and everything. Anyway, what we got here? We've got that stoneware that I got at the start, Elliman's Imbrication, the K Brothers bottle, Judge brand, a couple of Bovrils, you always get Bovrils, the Heartbreaker, that's a shame, Apollinaris bottle, big plain jar but with a teapot lid in it, which is quite cool. The Buchan jar from Portobello. This is actually, I just found this when I was filming the time lapse. It's a pickle jar, but it's got a screw top. Never seen one like that before. This is the Kilner jar. I do believe I did a feature on Kilner jars before. Then a little spoon, which is lovely, and the poison not to be taken bottle as well, which is amber, which is quite cool. It's just a bit late, which is why I wasn't all that excited about it, but I do like it a lot. It's a machine made one though. Anyway, and then the belter so far is this Gray and Pringle Ironmongers of Anstruther, which is a coastal town in Fife. Sarah did an episode of She Walks, She Paints in that town, so I'll put that up in the corner here so you can see if you want to go over and watch that. It's a really, really lovely little fishing village in Fife. And that is the Lunchtime Roundup. Hello. I've got you down at the bottom of the hole because, well, it's windy. I just found this, and I think that this is a glass. And I've been trying to find a full glass since I started that isn't damaged, and I don't know, this looks like it's fine, which is quite crazy really. I don't think it's really that old. It's quite thick. Yeah, I think I've just found my first ever glass, which makes that an absolute belter to me anyway. So yeah. Yeah! It says Wilkin on the bottom. I'll need to look into that name. I mean, it looks like a glass to me. I can't think that it would be a product. It looks like a proper, like, drinking schooner. Incidentally, if you ever want to sterilise glasses, you can put them in the oven. I start with the oven cold. I put the glass inside. I turn the oven to 180 degrees centigrade. let it heat up all the way till it's fully heated up to 180 degrees, and then I'll leave it for half an hour. Then I turn the oven off and let it naturally cool back down, and that means that it's been sitting in 180 degrees for over half an hour, and nothing can survive that. So that's how I sterilise my glasses. I am not suggesting you do that with things you find in bottle tips, but just if you are making jam, you know, jam jars, you can sterilise them like that, and sterilise any sort of glassware like that. Yeah, so cool. I probably will do that, but don't you do it, honestly. Just had this little guy. I think it's a lead soldier. Wow, it's cool. Has he got a shield or something? I've found lead toys before, but they were always found metal detecting. So this is, I think this is the first little lead toy that I've found. I don't know how I saw that. He's missing a hand and he's missing his feet, bless him. I was just caving in there, and look at that. I don't know if it's too windy for you to hear this, but that just fell out of the cave in. I think that's a milk bottle. Cool. Let's clean it up. Here it is. Milk bottles can be quite collectible, I think. Although this one's pretty far gone. The writing is just coming off, unfortunately. I might be able to see what it says. But that's what it is. It's an old milk bottle. How cool is that? Just had this, and I've been trying to work out what it says. I think it says Grierson's Cocktail. Yeah, it's like a massive screw top, and it's really badly cracked all the way around, so I probably won't end up keeping this one, but a strange bottle. It's really matte as well. Yeah, very unusual. Very unusual indeed. Quite a late bottle here, but that's quite cool. Robinson's Lemon Barley Water. I think they still make that. Very nice. Screw top. Probably in 1930s, I guess. Alright, had someone on the back as well, but you can't read that anymore. Just found this. I hope the wind's not getting to you down here, because it's very windy again. Anyway, this is cool. Look at the label on that. Oh, it's so hard not to damage it. Gladys Lemon Squash. Something about pure sugar. Yeah, it's too hard to preserve that. It's not gonna stay, but the bottle itself is super cool. Look at this. What a cool bottle. All these facets and panels. Helps if I put it on the screen, eh? It's a really, really cool bottle, and I think it's a drippy lippy. Yeah, I think it is. So that means it's got a nice age to it as well. Look at that. Gladys Lemon Squash. I want to take some pictures of this. That's so cool. Had this. I think it's actually a screw top. It's just really cool, and I think it might have a label as well. Yeah, but it's really gone, this one. I can just about make out Idris Grapefruit Squash, and in London at the bottom. That's an interesting bottle, that. I think it's a screw top anyway. Idris London, yeah, look at that. It's so embossed, it's got so much detail on it. Let's just see if that's a screw top, because it might not be, you know. Sometimes they're not, they're just metal. Let's give it a twist. Yeah, it's a screw top, unfortunately. But it's cool. It's covered in flowers and design. What a beautiful bottle anyway. Here's another screw top bottle. What a pretty one. I think this is Rosie's, but that label is definitely too far gone. Yeah, it's a Rosie's screw top. Rosie's lime juice. I find these a lot here, but this is the first one that I found with a screw top. This is clearly a slightly later part of the tip. But it's weird because I keep pulling out the odd thing like this, which is a drippy lippy 3-part mould, and it was just over there, right beside this. So I don't know how it's all mixed up here, but it is. But it's definitely fresh because, well, you can see it's all layered up. So I don't know how it's mixed up. It could be that this is just a late chuck out. I don't know. But yeah, let's crack on. Just had this. It's another one of these Gladys Cordial bottles, which is slightly older. And yeah, it was above another bottle. I do wonder sometimes if they've brought machines through here and flattened this out and it's slightly mixed that up. But that's a drippy lippy bottle. They're really cool bottles. Super cool. Just found this. I think it's made of bone. I've no idea what it is. It's like it's had metal in there. I mean, could it be a flush for a toilet? I don't think so. It's not long enough, I don't think. It seems to want to sit on something. So I wonder what was in the top then. Cool. Just had this. I think it's a light from a bike or something. It's totally gone. But you can see the batteries in there, look. And what's left of a sort of reflector or something in there. Someone's bike light, or maybe it was a miner's helmet light, actually. It could be. Actually, I think they did look like that. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's a miner's headlight. Cool. They said this is broken, but I think that's meant to be Queen Victoria. So presumably it's Victorian, this. I don't think they would have made it after she'd died. I don't think so, anyway. Nice. Just had another Idris bottle here. What does that say? It's another squash bottle. I think it's the same as the other one actually, but it confirms that it's a screw top there. 2 of these now. Never seen one before. Typical Dirty Secrets of Scotland. Find 2 at once. It's all about the squashes as well. I've had lemon, grapefruit, and I think lime, and I don't know what this one is. Yeah, what's a squash being drunk from whoever threw all this away? Just a wee bottle here. It's got on a label which I'm trying to read. Let me see what that says. Can't make that out. I'll take a picture just so you can have a look. It's got a measurement on the back as well. Full-time roundup. Now what we got? This is all from the first round as always. I've already spoken about this, so I'll move on to the second round. So we've got these 2 beautiful, what is it, Gladys's Cordial. They're really, really nice bottles, and as you can see the labels are just completely gone now. Hope the wind's not getting you too much. This is a plain medicine. This little plain bottle, I don't know what that said, but it's pretty cool having the label like that. I think this is a miner's head torch. I can't be completely sure. This bone thing, this little warrior, I think it's actually an African warrior looking at it. And then this, which is this cocktail, which I said earlier but I can't read now. The milk bottle, it's pretty cool. One of these little test tube type things. I always wonder how these survive. I don't know how they survive, they're so thin. This is just a little cosmetics pot. Another wee bottle which would have had a label, but that's even worse off. Queen Victoria in a sort of crudely drawn way. This glass, which I'm really, really chuffed about, I'm going to reuse that. That's amazing. That's a cool find. My first full glass. This is the Rosie's bottle, and then these Idris bottles, which are really nice bottles. Screw tops, but I don't really think it matters if the bottle's that ornate and beautiful. So yeah, 2 of those. And then on to Belter Alley. And in Belter Alley today there was only 1 item, but it's a belter, a proper belter, a local water bottle. The only one I've ever found. I've found some from Glasgow before, but never one from Fife. So that is a real bucket lister for me. And I dare say I'll repair that for you so you can see it being fixed. And that is the full-time roundup, all filled in. Thanks for joining me on a very windy edition of Dirty Secrets of Scotland. I've got you down in the hole because otherwise you wouldn't actually be able to hear what I'm saying. So yeah, I had a really enjoyable dig and I hope you enjoyed it too. Until next time. Willie's rainy day creations. Okay, here is the hot water bottle from the dig from Anstruther. It was actually made in Glasgow, the bottle is stamped here, but it was for this ironmonger's, supplied by this ironmonger's Gray and Pringle in Anstruther. So I love it because it's my first local hot water bottle. Now, I'm going to open up this crack right along here and right along the back there, which will then be glued. That's the first stage. Let's get on with it. Okay, that's it. I've done the cut now. However, hear that rattling? It sounds horrible. So it needs gluing, then it needs filling, then it needs painting, and then it's done. Let's do that. Okay, here it is ready for gluing. All rattly and horrible. So let's get it glued. I use araldite, which I mix first, and that's coming next. The glue is now set. Sounds great already. It'll sound even better when it's filled, so let's do that. Okay, the milliput's mixed up. I'm now going to fill all of this. Let's do that. Okay, so that's the filling done. I'll leave that to set now, and I'll come back and sand it. As usual, I've left it proud. You have to do that or you get a recess, and you don't want a recess, you want it to be completely flush. So that's what we'll be doing next. Okay, it's the next day and this has had a chance to set. This will need sanding back now, but it sounds amazing. Ting, 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 superb. Ready for sanding. Here we are. Happy with that, nice and smooth, right down to 1000 grit, so it's really smooth. And next up is painting. Okay, these are the colours that I think I'm going to need to do the painting, but I'll mix it over in the window as usual because I don't have enough light in this room at this seat. So I'll go over there and mix it and come back. Okay, so I've mixed this colour quite well. I'm quite pleased with this. I think I'm just going to go in with a sponge this time. Let's do that. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that, but I'm going to add a little bit of black and then do a little bit of mottling, just a slight amount of black, and just to make it look a bit more like this here. So that's what I'll do next. Okay, I'm happy with that, so I'll give it a glaze. And here it is, all glazed and ready to be displayed. Happy days! If you want to help this channel grow and join us on new and exciting adventures every week, we do need your support. Every single contribution makes a difference, is hugely appreciated, and ensures the future of this channel. To show your support, please do so in the following ways. You can buy us a coffee over on Ko-fi. You can buy the treasures that we dig out the Scottish soil and also the items that we craft and create over on Etsy. And to become a patron of Dirty Secrets of Scotland and make a monthly contribution to the amount of your choice, you can do so over on patreon.com. We love making these videos for you guys. Thanks so much to our patrons and everyone that helps in making them a possibility. Finally, if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. It's free and it helps the channel. Here's to the next adventure.
Underneath the soil or hidden in the ground, there's a lot of treasures to be found. Dirty secrets of Scotland.
And here it is. It's glazed and is ready to be displayed.